But as gaming, you don't know what we're going to do right now. We're going to see if we can get the last game.
Got to win this game tonight and close these guys out.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
And coming up, it's Timberwolves Dancers Time. Come out to the game and leave with your very own Timberwolves Dancers Rally Tower. Be the sixth man to wave your towel to welcome your North Timberwolves to the win. If you still want to be a part of the Timberwolves brand experience for this upcoming season, then visit us online or at the ticket booth for available tickets.
Fans, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring your family, and get a free corrupt bobblehead.
Fans, don't forget about our next fair giveaway day, where all the teams will receive a Crunch mascot tote bag. Come to the game, bring the fair, and get a Crunch mascot tote bag. The National Basketball Association and the Minnesota Timberwolves are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to avoid any disruptive behavior such as fighting.
Game 4 of the Western Conference Semifinals. The Jazz have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue. Coming right up.
It's Game 4 of the Western Conference Semifinals. This should be a good one, and 2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA playoffs. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Hendricks in at the power forward. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Sharp. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Outside, Edwards. Fires from deep. He can't get that one.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Randall. Here's Sharp. Back to Randall. Offensive rebound. McDaniels gets a wide open look. And
My bad.
Gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Here's Robinson. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Is on Colin Sexton.
Well, it's so difficult to outsmart Edwards as a defender. He'll just come right into you.
It's his first trip to the line. They throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both. And Utah has possession. Excited about the win on Thursday.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Stolen by Robinson. Puts up a three. Fires the three. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now, here is Robinson. Following the miss by Julius Randle. The offensive rebound. Hendricks. They shoot again, and it's good on the way.
Hendricks, keep going, man.
Getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Randle. Pass to Dillingham. Here's McDaniels. Cranes it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got his second bucket tonight.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the three, that really helps their spacing.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. From the low block. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Up top, Edwards.
Come on. Steal.
And he fires. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Kessler passes to Sexton. Outside Robinson. And the layup's good off the glass. Robinson's got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Randle. Hasn't made one yet. Sharp with this screen on Markkanen. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Robinson. This one for three. Rebound Minnesota.
Yo, every shot gonna affiliate. Everything gonna affiliate.
Pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Jazz on D. Trailing by 2. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Timberwolves gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the second free throw, good. Jazz trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sexton. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. And here's Edwards. Here's McDaniels.
Come on, man.
A three-pointer off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one.
Markkanen, good.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
Dillingham with it. Robinson on him. Robinson with the block. Now running up the court. Robinson pushing it up.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randle.
Whoa.
To the paint. Here's Dillingham. That's
Whoa.
basket number 2.
Whoa.
His third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Utah has gone.
I like that play.
Three-point
It's
range in
chicken.
the first. Outside Robinson. Sexton with the screen for Markkanen. Outside Sexton. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Edwards kicks to Randall. Here's Dillingham. Hands it from downtown.
Under
Dillingham's
defense.
got 8 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Robinson with it. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, the coaching staff's
Good.
game plan is very
Not
clear.
bad.
Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense.
Another three.
And find those quality looks.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Robinson. Outside, marking it. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 5 assists in the game. Outside, Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Bounce pass, Markkanen. Outside, Robinson. Kessler setting the pick for Robinson to the right side. And Dillingham over to help. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Robinson. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Everything is
You
lit.
can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Everything is lit.
Now go outside.
Nice shot.
Again, Minnesota with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. Over Monk. Nice shot from the wing. Sexton's got 5 now.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Randall. And stolen by Sexton. And that one good. Now just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Edwards passes to Sharp. Over in the corner, Randall. Over Hendricks. Swiped away. Sexton against Monk. The shot by Sexton, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Outside for Robinson. That misses at a chance to tie it there. And so
And the ball got through me again. Ball got through me again.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Robinson goes in and finished off by Robinson.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. is for Minnesota. Prince is checked in for Sharp. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Wagner's checked in for Walker Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Colin Sexton. And George is subbed in for Robinson.
Set it up.
DiVincenzo against Brogdon. Now, here's Monk. Defense right on him. And it goes down 2 points. Monk's got 5 points so far.
And he's far from the biggest player, but Monk knows he has what it takes to score from there.
To the inside. Here's Filipowski. Whistle blows.
Yeah, Filipowski.
At the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
So they now lead by 1. Timberwolves shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They're sticking to the campaign. Pass to Prince. Back to Monk. Prince setting a pick for Monk. Latrey. Rebound, Utah. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just 1 loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
Here's Randall following the bucket by the Jazz. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hendricks. 6 points for him. Pass to Filipowski. Now Brogdon. Wagner outside. Back to Brogdon. 5 on the clock. And here's George. McDaniels defending. George, no good.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Yes, that goes in.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Now, here's Brogdon. Nothing on the board. Count it. Good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Monk outside. .32 seconds left in the first quarter. Driving the lane. No one near Randall as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Jazz leading by 3. On the wing, George. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Launches a 3.
Yeah, Georgie.
In the tray. George has got 5. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump
Finally.
shots when you can get your points?
Finally.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Robinson is out there with Keontae George. Then there's Filipowski. Then there's Wagner. And it's Brogdon in at the small forward position. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea, in the last game against the Timberwolves, put on a show. He scored 46 points, and what a game it was. Posting a triple-double. He put on a show. An amazing performance. Probably we won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up
Come
against
on.
him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning
Then
is
better
usually
miss that.
fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Now, here is George. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Burton, the pass to Monk.
And again, I get a steal.
Prince outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Here's George. And he lays
Good,
it
Georgie.
George has got 7.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Inside. The shot by Monk is no good. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Robinson. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. To the middle. Here's Monk. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Jazz have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Count that one.
All right, let's go, Filipowski. Filipowski.
Adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Pass to Wagner. Comes up empty down low. And so Monk will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Burton, and he jams it with authority.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's George. He has 7. Just 5 to shoot.
What do you think, Georgie?
Utah needs to get off a shot here. Robinson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, what the...
Pass to Monk. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 7 points for Malik Monk.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now here's Prince. Back to Monk. Pass to Burton. They set the pick. DiVincenzo kicks to Monk. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Filipowski. Back to Brogdon. Fires the 3. That's his
Brogdon.
His second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, it's much easier to space the floor when you have effective shooters like Brogdon on your roster.
Monk outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Robinson. Pass to Brogdon. Shoots over McDaniel. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever.
That's
as close as you can get without foul.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Prince.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Now, here's Markkanen. 5 points in the game. Robinson passes to Sexton. Sexton gets a screen from Robinson. Three-pointer, Markkanen. The rebound by Sharp. Timberwolves trail by 9. Monk finds Sharp. Over in the corner, Edwards. And it's sent back by Kessler.
And look, Kessler just has a nose for the ball. He is a certified shot blocker.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
And the foul called on Shea. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that 2nd foul.
I trust my team.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Sharp. Nails the baby hook.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And here is Robinson. 12 points for him. Here's Hendricks. Another miss by Utah. Timberwolves trail by 9.
I did the wrong thing, but
Pass to Dillingham. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Jazz.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
the hell?
Misses.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Here's Sharp, guarded by Robinson. And here's Edwards from the arc. Monk outside. Three-pointer, Randle. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hendricks passes to Sexton. Lets it go. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Sexton's got 9.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Dillingham. He's got 8. And here's Edwards from the arc. It drops for his 2nd main shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Pass to Markkanen. Outside for Sexton. For 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Edwards against Markkanen. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Robinson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Markkanen, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Edwards.
Hey man, dunk for me. Hey man, dunk for me.
Explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam King. Sexton for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Monk. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Sharp's got his 5th rebound in this one. Monk outside. Here's Dillingham. Guarded by Robinson. And Robinson with a clear path to the basket. Finished off the break. Robinson's got 14. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Utah.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnover.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Now Markkanen. For Anthony Edwards, missed from long range.
Well, he's got such a sweet shot, but at 7 feet, Markkanen can also hurt you down low. An all-around offensive talent.
Out to the wing. Dillingham setting the screen for Edwards. Unloads from 9, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Edwards got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in, and Utah with a change here too. George is checked in. Utah leading by 11. Outside, Sexton. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Here's Hendricks. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
That one drops for him.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's George. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Markkanen looking it over. They get the rebound. Outside for Sexton. Here's the screen. Jacks up a 3. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to McDaniels. Fires for 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Outside, George. With 4 seconds on the clock. He gets that one. George has got 9.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for Utah. He's been a major threat from 3-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We'll return shortly.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Utah Jazz.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a jet.
Yeah, that diesel engine going to show you real power when that camera turns off.
Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They're 0 for 3 in the series. Kenny, what should they do to stave off elimination?
They got to take a long look in the mirror and figure out which vacation spot they're going. In other words, they're toast, Ernie.
Listen, I don't need to break out the crystal ball to tell you how this ends. They have to white flag up, and the season is on the clock.
A lot of metaphors there, but I get the gist. Speaking of toast, what do you prefer on toast, Kenny?
Jam, no butter.
Shaq?
Jam, jelly.
What's the difference between jam and jelly, Shaq?
I have no
Jam
idea.
don't shake like that.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Robinson with it. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Sharp out there with Julius Randle. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Timberwolves trail by 14. Over in the corner, Edwards. Randle from outside. Buries it from three-point range. 8 points for him.
Working on being more consistent with this shot. Randle certainly helping his confidence moving forward.
Hendricks passes to Sexton. Robinson for 3.
No.
Not
It's too late.
That time around, just lucky he was off.
2 points.
I'm gonna get the block. Damn.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
Now, here is Robinson. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that one falls for Robinson.
Ah, shit, too early. A bad shooting game overall.
Out to the right wing. Out to McDaniel. Randle surveying the D.
You got this.
Utah.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Robinson misses.
The hell?
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Edwards, no good. Jazz leading by 10. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 17 now.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
To the paint. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Hendricks. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Go, Hendricks.
Any chance you
Me and you next year, man. You're going to be a 20-point scorer.
That's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Dillingham. 10 points for him. Stolen by Robinson. Teardrop shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Julius Randle picks one up.
Tight defense against Kessler. Maybe a little too tight.
The Jazz have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's McDaniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, McDaniels is a physical player. He doesn't mind getting roughed up a bit while trying to score.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Sexton attacking over Edwards. Another miss by Utah. Minnesota shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Dillingham. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also... And here we go.
Nope.
Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can...
The previous play is under review.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
Really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 16-point game. Pass to McDaniels. Sharp with the screen on Markkanen. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Randall outside. Dillingham setting the screen for Randall. Here's in the air and down hard. Woo!
Oh, stop.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Dillingham. And here is McDaniel. Down low. To stop the run. That shot off. Some solid defense from Robinson. Here's Hendricks. Robinson passes to Hendricks. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 21. Here's Dillingham. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, he's been able to find points. There's not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Here's Sexton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player. It is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
And Sexton drops them both. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Sharp with a screen on Markkanen. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals and not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. Markkanen inside the line. A good-looking shot from the wing. Markkanen's got 11 points.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
Here's Dillingham. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
It's good. Robinson's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Dillingham with it. Robinson on him. Randall finds Edwards. Sharp with it. Pocket 6. Here's Dillingham. He's got 16. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Bucket is good. Robinson's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Pass to McDaniels. Three-pointer, Randall. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Randall's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Minnesota.
And helping the team space the floor there. Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Minnesota making some changes. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. And Monks subbed in for Dillingham. And Utah with a change here, too. Filipowski, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. 12 points for him. Robinson down low. Monk defending. Stolen by Kessler. Robinson passes to Kessler. 2 free throws coming.
Good Kessler. That's 4 for them, yeah, man.
Julius Randle picks one up.
And Kessler is a gigantic presence inside, which is why defenses sometimes elect to foul.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. And Kessler drops them both. Now DiVincenzo. Pass to Prince. Prince setting a pick for DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Prince.
Boy, why would you do that?
In the corner, it's Monk. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Jazz leading by 18. Kessler the screen. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Great roll by Kessler after setting the screen. That's textbook.
Now, here's Monk. He's got 10. Takes the three. It's tipped. Stolen by Kessler. DiVincenzo against Sexton. Filipowski passes to Kessler. Hits it from three-point range.
Good job, Kessler.
Kessler's got 8 points in the quarter.
And you see big men like Kessler adding the three to their game over time. Nice job burying it there.
Now, here's Monk. Here's Sharp. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Robinson against Sharp. Hendricks passes to Robinson. Driving to the basket.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Prince outside to end the run. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hendricks. His three-pointers off the mark. Minnesota's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. A three for DiVincenzo. Trains the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got his third basket of the night right there. And Will Hardy is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Jazz with some changes. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Sexton. And Georgia subbed in for Robinson. To the right wing. Back to George. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Hendricks. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Buries the
Brogdon.
Brogdon's got 8.
And the confidence Brogdon has in himself, it's infectious. Skilled at recognizing when to let it go.
Now here's Prince. Prince setting a pick for Monk. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brogdon against Prince. Outside for George. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Wagner's checked in for Walker Kessler. And here is DiVincenzo. 8 points for him. Pass to Prince. Prince setting a pick for DiVincenzo. Back to Prince. And Prince with the jam.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time with a great bounce pass.
And here's Wagner. Lob pass to Wagner. No good with the layup. The Timberwolves shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. DiVincenzo kicks to Prince. Prince setting a pick for DiVincenzo. A three-pointer, no good. Jazz leading by 23. George passes to Filipowski. Back to George. Nice ball movement by Utah. 36 seconds left in the third. Great open look there. 14 points for him.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Monk. He's got 10 to the inside. DiVincenzo. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Brogdon. To the middle. Fades away. There's Wagner with the 3. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Utah out in front, opening up a huge gap. From Target Center, back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Jazz, Wagner is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Robinson in at the point.
Let's see what you're doing, Ken. Oh, yeah, our name on there.
Such a great athlete. Here's
Do
George
you, Mo?
following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Monk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. Here's Benton. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stolen by Prince. And now the
Boy, Prince.
on the break. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Nailed from three-point land.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Timberwolves trail by 20. There's Miller
That's
with the 3.
cool, man.
Filipowski grabs the board.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Clearly a foul.
That one is off.
Come on, man.
Good on the second free throw. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Benton. Rebounded by the Jazz. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pass to Filipowski. Now George. Robinson with it. Wagner with it. Monk defending. Shoots from 8, and it's Wagner getting it to go.
Of course.
Wagner loves the ball inside. He makes his money on the block.
George of the jungle, George.
Here's Prince.
George of the jungle, George.
Prince with a screen on George. Monk, the pass to Benton. Back to Monk. 5 to shoot. Good on the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They set the pick. Lob pass to Wagner. It's stolen by DiVincenzo.
Boy, DiVincenzo.
Pass to Benton. Three-pointer. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They have been board dominant in this
wow.
game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Back to Monk. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Monk's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. Burton's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Delano Banton. And a switcher also for Utah. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, and he's solid at the stripe. It's the physicality of Wagner that makes him so good.
Here is Edwards. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
And George kicks to Sexton. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Sexton. Drills it from outside. Sexton's got 20 points.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Burton. Here's Prince. And Prince with the jam.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Robinson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Robinson's got 33 points.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
DiVincenzo passes to Monk. Unloads from 9. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
I tell you, Monk can fill it up in a hurry. Once he gets on fire, the D knows they're going to be in for a long night.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Minnesota making some changes. Sharp's checked in for Burton. Randall comes in for Prince. And Dillingham subbed in for Malik Monk. Williams
what kind of lineup is this?
Now, here's Sexton. From deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul called on Shea. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Minutes left.
Randall outside.
Probably the third one was a stupid foul.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. Takes a 3. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since.
Yeah, I mean, they're up, but they've got to calm down and take better care of the ball.
From outside the arc, Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Filipowski. Outside, George. Over Dillingham. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Nice looking mid-range shot by George. Such an aggressive scorer.
I'm hungry.
Now Edwards. Dillingham with it. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Utah. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. George passes to Filipowski.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Up top, Randall. Now Dillingham launches it. The shot comes out.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Oh, wait, and the
Jazz also changing it up. Markkanen, he's checked in for Filipowski. Robinson is subbed in for George. And so it's Minnesota with it. Randall passes to Sharp. Randall down low. Working on Kessler.
And you know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Randall. Here's Robinson. Outside for Sexton, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
Outside, Edwards. Back to Sharp. Buries it down low.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Sexton dishes to Markkanen. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. 14 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, from range, Markkanen has such an effortless stroke.
Now here's Edwards. And then jammed down. He goes right over Colin Sexton.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Now, here is Robinson.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Timberwolves trail by 19. Pass to Sharp. Here's Dillingham. And the 3 off target.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
They get it back. Outside for Sexton. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Edwards, good.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Pass to Hendricks. Outside Robinson. There's the drive. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Bash.
No good.
And as many times as we've seen him at the free throw line tonight, I think by now we know what's going to happen.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Sharp finds McDaniel. Edwards with it from the arc. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class leading. Here's Sexton. Rebound Minnesota. Sharp's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. For 3, Edwards. Utah with the rebound. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Jazz.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And tonight's win really a reflection of how dominant they have been all series long. The 4-game sweep.
Yeah, I don't think they expected to pull off such a decisive win, but they had the momentum all series long. Time now, they get to move on.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Robinson.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Here's Dillingham. After the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Another shot. Out to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments. And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Robinson a screen on DiVincenzo. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Jazz lead by 21.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
For 3, Edwards. Unable to get that one. And so the Utah Jazz win the series and will move on. And And with the 4-game sweep, they steamrolled their way through round 2. Now, Greg, they head to the conference finals on the highest of notes.
And to that point, Kevin, I really feel like this team is playing their best basketball of the season. They're going to have some downtime before the next round, but as well as they're playing, probably wish this thing would start tomorrow.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna be going to get some food to eat and I'll be back later on tomorrow. Let's see.
That is how you dominate a series. On to the next one.
I lost in New York, like I think it's twice. So if they're the team I'm gonna play in the playoffs, I know that's gonna be a problem.
Just 4 wins from the NBA Finals, but you're going to have to earn it.
Pacers, kick him out now. Pacers up.